Hey, welcome in. Well, here's the headline. Doesn't make any sense. Joe Rogan announces his 420 show in Canada likely canceled over vaccine mandate. Well, it has been canceled. We can officially say that. Here's from Ticketmaster, April 20th, 2022, event canceled. So there's one more reason to see Canada as a cautionary tale. Says here, podcaster, comedian, and UFC commentator Joe Rogan revealed during a podcast released on Saturday that his sold-out event, scheduled for April 20th, 2022 in Vancouver, Canada, is unlikely to take place due to the nation's vaccine mandate and other COVID-19 restrictions. And Rogan himself is not vaccinated, so they weren't going to let him in anyway. Says here, Rogan has been clear that he is not against vaccines, but strongly opposes vaccine mandates. It says in this tweet, Joe Rogan announces that his 2022 show in Canada will most likely be canceled due to the vaccine mandate. Bravo, we need more big-name entertainers willing to follow suit. I don't think he had any choice in this. They weren't going to let him in. Here's from travel.gc.ca. Who can come to Canada? Fully vaccinated foreign nationals may be allowed to enter Canada for discretionary tourism travel. Foreign nationals who don't qualify as fully vaccinated will only be allowed to enter in specific circumstances, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff about quarantines. That's obviously not going to work. That's if you can even get in, which I don't think he would be able to get in anyway. Quote, I don't think I can even get into the country. I'm not vaccinated. I'm not going to get vaccinated. I have antibodies. It doesn't make any sense. And it still hasn't been explained why just your natural antibodies, the antibodies you get from actually getting the coof, why those aren't good enough. Nobody has explained this. None of the people in power, none of the people telling us how to live our lives have explained this in any way. Not in any way that makes sense. And if you think that developments like we see in this story might cause some reconsideration of current policies, you don't know Canada very well, unfortunately. South Africa to stop contact tracing as 80% have some immunity. And South Africa is only about 40% vaxxed, by the way. South Africa will stop coof contact tracing and won't ask those who've been directly exposed to infected people to quarantine, including a shift away from tough restrictions to contain the pandemic. Quote, containment strategies are no longer appropriate. Mitigation is the only viable strategy. Quarantine has been costly to essential services and society as many people stay away from their work and thus lose their income. And it says as much as 80% of the population has some sort of immunity from prior illness or vaccines. And of course, South Africa is doing this because Omicron, according to their health experts there, is like a cold. It's mild. Here, according to the Globe and Mail, Omicron symptoms mirror the flu and common cold. But at this point, why would anybody even want to go to Canada if they're not vaccinated, even if they can get in? Because you can't do anything. I can't go to a restaurant, I can't go to a movie, I can't travel, I can't fly within Canada. I really can't do anything. Canada has really gone full authoritarian on this. And the sad thing is, I think the majority of Canadians like it. That's what's really sad about it. And you can just see how happy it makes Trudeau. It just obviously gives him this warm sense of self-satisfaction to be able to block people from living their lives because they're not doing what he wants them to. And don't forget, it wasn't long ago that he was saying that Canada doesn't do mandates, that he was very concerned it would be discriminatory. Yeah, until he saw a poll and decided he's all for it. Anyway, it's not the first time Rogan has spoken out against restrictions in Canada. Quote, Canada is fucked right now. Yep. They're so locked down, I don't understand why they think that's the solution. Let's see. In an episode on Thursday, Rogan also blasted the environmental hazards of mask wearing. Oh, that's another thing. If you love masks, you'll love Canada, because you can't go anywhere without one. The number of people I see walking around by themselves outside with a mask on is truly depressing. Well, here's from Joe. Quote, masks are like the Democrats' MAGA hat. You wear it to make people feel comfortable. I know it's illogical, and I'm fine wearing it if it relaxes people and makes them feel better. But if people want to argue that they do something, it just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, is that because experts warn that cloth masks don't work again? And this is from a San Francisco publication, by the way. They recommend tests. They're little more than facial decorations. Yeah, I would call it theater. Like walking into a restaurant with a mask on, walking 5 feet and then taking it off. Like that. But anyway, if you had a ticket to see Joe Rogan, you'll be getting a refund on that. And what can I say? You shouldn't have voted for Trudeau. That was a bad idea. That is the sorry state of Canada these days, I'm afraid. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast, Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.